Welcome back to Bite Size Magic. My name is Zach, and today I'm going to be diving into a mono blue deck that has been taking over the cEDH meta. That commander is Arcum Dagsson. I'm going to be chatting about Arkham with one of the best players on the deck, Notorious. Notorious runs Manavault Proxies, and he's also known for playing decks like Arkham as well as Garuda. Recently, he just won the Critical EDH League on this commander, and so we want to dive into it, go into the deck, and give some specifics on how it works, how it operates, and how he plays it. Real quick, I want to talk about some events that I'm going to be going to in the short and more long-term future. The first of those is Breach the Bay. This is going to be a super fun event hosted in Daly City, right next to San Francisco, by Merlion Games in association with Duke Loot. There's going to be a ton of cool stuff there, including food on site. There's going to be some amazing altars by Kai Sawatrix, as well as a really phenomenal prizing support package, including dual lands and some other cool goodies. This is going to be a super fun event. I know a lot of SoCal will be coming up to meet NorCal, and we hope that the rest of the nation joins us as well. The next event I want to talk about is Just Jam D-Grid. This is going to be an event on May 30th in Phoenix, Arizona, hosted by Gamers Guild. If you went to Cradle to the Guild, these are the same people, and this event space is unlike any other I've ever played at. They have food that's brought directly to you, huge amounts of space, an awesome selection of cards, and just one of my favorite communities in all of Magic. I love the Arizona cEDH people. So I'll be going to this as well. The reason we're talking about it so early is that you can prepare your travel accommodations, get your hotels, book your flights, etc., and it's not a bajillion dollars. So go check it out. If you're interested in going, this is going to be a 20K event at 250 players. So a great time to earn prizing points as well as take home a chunk of change when you win it. Finally, for our giveaway this week, make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video to learn about how you could win a whole Arkham deck. All right, let's jump in. All right, hello and welcome back to Bite Size Magic. I'm Zach, also known as Snack on Discord, and today I have a super fun video. I'm going to be talking to Notorious, one of the best Arkham players in the world, and also the owner of Manavault Proxies, which is a really awesome proxy service that I've been using and I'm now an affiliate with. Mostly Arkham, a little bit Manavault, but welcome to the channel. Glad we get to chat.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Super excited to be here. That was an awesome hype up intro. I've taken Arkham to one tournament.
Nice.
Got top 16 with it.
Hell yeah.
I might have to retire on that note, but no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna keep going. But yeah,
I keep hearing horror stories about you cooking people in the league, on the critical EDH league.
Man, people they just don't know what's going on, and then things happen, and then I tell them too. The crazy part is I tell them, I'm like, this is exactly how I win, and they don't believe me, and then I do it, and they're like, oh, so you actually just win, and I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, I told you this is how I win.
I'm so straight up. Yeah.
Like, I'm so straight up about it that people think I'm bullshitting them, and I'm like, nope, that's legit how it works.
I kind of like that style of politics, though. It's like, you're not trying to be deceitful. You're just being like, I'm scary. Like, the God Pharaoh's statue could be in play at any time. So keep that in mind while you're trying to kill my Arkham, as I will pull that trigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like you said, you just entered in a tournament in top 16. So congrats on that. Super duper exciting.
Thank you.
Fishbowl was a blast. I had so much fun there. And I was blown away that 2 Arkhams top 16 out of nowhere, it seems like.
Oh my God, dude. When I tell you the other Arkham player, huge shout out Nick, I believe his name is. My first time meeting the dude ever. And we bought the only 2 Arkham mats that Tim brought with him, by the way, we bought.
Nice.
So it was like a faded, like, we also got number 10 and number 11. Like, it was like a day of 2s, essentially.
Yeah.
It was super funny because he found out I was on Arkham. He came up, Nick, He came up and talked to me and he was like, you're on Arkham. And I was like, I'm on Arkham. And we immediately pull up our lists and we hand them to each other. First off, it blows me away that in mono blue artifact combo, we have managed to become 20 cards apart.
Right?
Like, what? Absolutely hilarious. It's super cool, in my opinion, just because of the fact that it just goes to show there's so many different ways. Yeah, look, 20 cards apart.
Nutty.
There's so many different ways to build a deck that goes to your play style. And there's also, and I'm a firm believer in cEDH, there's always another option for a card.
Yeah.
You just got to find out a way to make it work.
Totally.
So, like, if you look at Nixilis here, he's actually on some newer tech than I am. Like, he's on Nexus of Becoming.
Yeah, that card's so cool.
I told him, I was like, explain me the logic. Give me the logic. Like, persuade me. Damn, that dude persuaded me.
You're like, fuck.
Great card. Yeah, once he actually, like, put it in perspective of, like, this is why I'm playing it, I was like, totally understand now. I get it. Some cards we obviously have some big differences on. Like, I'm not on Unwinding Clock or 1,000-Year Elixir, and I probably will not be. Same thing with Born Upon a Wind. I don't like it because that's like one of my best politicking tools. Because I'm like, people are like, you're going to win on top. And I'm like, brother, I don't play Born Upon a Wind. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I don't play Born Upon a Wind.
Yep.
And then Spine of Isha, I don't run. I have another way of doing my thing. And in Fairy Mastermind, I don't run either. This is actually one of our biggest win line disagreements is he likes Fairy Mastermind loops. I do not.
Yeah.
I
you
like
don't want to
God
draw
Pharaoh
people their
looping.
whole decks. Yeah.
Yeah. I like God Pharaoh looping.
Right.
That's the two ways we differ on how to win through
One ring
protection, especially
Makes
when you're in
sense.
overtime, which became very relevant in one of my games where I had to win in overtime through one ring protection. And I was able to put 10,000 God Pharaoh triggers on the stack.
That's sick.
And,
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, it was like,
You're like, that'll do it.
I didn't even know my deck could do it till I was deep in the think tank, and I was like, I think this works. And the judge was like,
putting all the
it
lines
works.
together and connecting stuff.
Oh my gosh, dude. It was so fun.
It's such a cool feeling to connect all those points. Like, you find out a new way your deck can win, or like a new line, and you discover it in a tournament game, and you're like, holy fuck, I'm a genius. You know?
Yeah, like, oh my god, dude, the crevices, you know, like Peter Parker's camera. I was telling him about Peter
that card
Parker's camera.
seems so good.
Dude, so he was like, so what, you copied the Arkham trigger? I was like, you're not thinking hard enough. I was like, what happens when one ring has 10 counters on it and use Peter Parker's camera to double it, and you just draw 21 or 22 cards? I was like, boom. That's actually how I got there in my tournament. I started my turn with 2 cards in my hand, and it just ran. I just kept drawing untappers, untapping my one ring and getting there. And then eventually got Peter Parker's camera with a crap ton of counters on my one ring and just exploded from there. Like, it was.
Yep. That's so cool.
The big brain feeling was, everybody around me was like, we can see the smoke coming out of your ears. And I was like, I was cooked, dude. I was in the think tank hard, but
He's
Draw
chefing
Scorpion
in mono blue.
Oh my god,
that's an interesting
Draw
one, right?
Scorpion is super cool because if you look at Encroaching Mycosynth with this card, this is the reason Nick put in perspective to me. Yeah, so you turn Arkham into an artifact, and now every time you sack an artifact creature, you untap Arkham.
Gotcha.
It's pretty nutty.
To me, you said you're not going to be on 1,000-Year Elixir, but that card just seems like it does everything you could want it to do.
I
get haste, and I get to untap my Arkham for 4 mana.
I get it, but you know what this card does? It scares people.
Interesting.
Like, you put 1,000-Year Elixir on the field with something that says tap to do something, especially creature-based, what are they automatically looking at? Your creatures. Right. I don't want people looking at Arkham. I'm like, dude, I got one. I can't win with. I have to activate Arkham 3 times to win. This says I have 2 Arkham activations ready for me.
Sure.
And it just invites people to start messing with you.
Gotcha.
Which I could totally be wrong, and I might be on it by frenzy. I say that now, right? Like, forgive me, everybody, if you're watching this whenever and you see this in my deck at frenzy. Ignore me.
This guy's a liar.
Like, ignore me. It's a good card, and I totally understand it. We are on a bunch of mana dorks different as well.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why it's better in his deck and not in mine.
That makes total sense. Yep.
I run more of these stupid little.
I mean, these ones
one
are
drop.
so good though. Like,
oh my god, dude! Cogwork Wrestler. I just want you to tell me right now. You read that card, and what does it fuck up?
What is it? Target creature an opponent controls gets -2, -0. I mean, anything that's attacking, obviously, but I'm sure there's something much better that I don't see.
So, what's the best attacking creature?
Timna
in the format. Timna.
Yeah.
You flash this in, and you give Timna -2, -0. You're not drawing cards. Get out of here.
That's
or like is really good for messing with PFB, Ragavan, like all these little advantage engines that are attack based, and also it's a blocker. Like it's a
and it's an
blocker.
instant speed Arkham activation, right?
Oh my god, that's the craziest one. I don't have any artifact creatures, man. Anyway, Cogwork,
Here's my
God
fucking
Pharaohs.
artifact that
Get outta
flashes
here.
in. No one's ever
Yeah,
read
dude.
before. Yeah.
Yo,
Well,
I
let's
say
talk-
Cogwork Wrestler, and people are like,
yeah.
What did you call me? And I'm like, oh.
Don't talk to my mom like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before we dive too deep into it, why don't we
Yeah.
start off by actually reading Arkham Dagsson,
Yeah.
Getting Sun. So for those listening, this is a 3 colorless and a blue pip for a 2/2. It says tap target artifact creature's controller sacrifices. That player may search his or her library for a non-creature artifact card, put it into play, then shuffle his or her library. So a couple things here. The reason we're on all these weird dorky artifact creatures is because we need them to get Arkham the engines going, basically.
Yes.
We're sacking them, targeting ourselves. This can be swatted, by the way. Important to note. Redirect lightning coming in hot from Avatar.
Oh, yeah.
About to take down some Arkhams.
Spellskite is the bane of my existence.
I bet.
Hate that card.
Yep.
Run it.
Play it. Just like you
Play
do, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this deck, why don't you just walk me through like what the general game plan is for Arkham Dagsson?
Yeah, so Arkham, believe it or not, is not a stacks deck at its core. Arkham is a proactive artifact combo deck that leans fairly into the turbo side of things. I mean, if you play games with me in the Critical League or at Fishbowl, you saw I'm more often than not mulling for a hand that is a turn 1, turn 2 Arkham, which in this deck is not hard to accomplish at all, with the backup plan of falling into a mid-range Staxy Silver Bullet deck.
Gotcha.
And the way I like to pilot Arkham personally is as a politic deck. So my favorite aspect of the game, this creature just says, or this creature just screams to me, politician.
Yes.
If I'm sitting with you and I'm like, you're scared? Like, what do you got? Like, let's talk. Let's talk shop. Like, I don't have to activate this and grab something scary. I can activate this at any point to grab whatever we need.
And to help stop the table.
Oh my gosh, the amount of the games I've been able to talk people into being like, listen, I won't activate Arkham this turn rotation unless somebody puts a win on the stack. I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah, just a defensive Arkham.
Just defensive Arkham. And then if it never fails that there's that one Rockside, that one Tim Dargo, that one Ral, or Kennen, or whoever who goes, I'm jamming. And you're like, you look at the player you made the deal with, and you're like,
well,
you want me to stop this?
God Pharaoh statue.
Like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
God Pharaoh is also a portal, extremely relevant in
super duper
in so many games. It feels really bad, but there's the instance where you will grab Grafdigger's Cage.
Yep.
It feels extremely horrible to do so, but it does happen. And then there's also times where I'm like, the other big politic tool is you get to tell people, I'll give you 2 choices. I'll let you say hard no to one of them. And I'll slide a card across the table. And I go, yes or no. And they go, absolutely not. And it's usually God Pharaohs I slide across the field.
Nice.
And they go, absolutely not. I'm like, okay, I'll go to option 2 like we agreed on. Here's Encroaching Mycosynth.
Interesting.
And then, oh man, dude, the way I like to play this deck is like, I'm just setting up the doors and seeing which one you walk into. Like it's a hall. It's like a maze of mirrors, you know? It's super confusing. It's the versatility of this deck. Like I said, that turbo toolbox, just weird artifact shell of convoluted lines that just naturally can pivot in so many directions is absolutely insane. Like, Encroaching Mycosynth is the best card printed to put this, since Paradox Engine got banned when Arkham was really big. This deck, this card single-handedly made all Arkham players go, I can play this again.
Yeah. Magda, get it. Step aside.
Oh my God, dude. Yo, my usual play group that they know I played Magda for a long time. And they said they're getting flashbacks to those days when I played this deck. They're like, it's Magda with counterspells. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Right. So what about Encroaching Mycosynth is so...
So the fact that... I just want you to scroll down to the enchantments real quick.
Sure. This one.
Okay. You cannot fetch this off of Arkham in a normal circumstance.
Yeah.
I can, with Encroaching Mycosynth on the field, I have access to everything in my deck that's not a creature. I can grab a Mystic Remora. I can grab a Rhystic Study. I can grab Tezzeret the Seeker.
Sick.
Like, I can grab all these pivotal pieces that normally you have to counter or you lose the game and just put them straight into the field.
That's sick.
My casting, the things I have to cast with that card becomes 0. I no longer have to cast another card to win the game.
Because you go Encroaching Mycosynth into Mind Over Matter, then as long as you have anything to any artifact, any creature basically, but all your creatures are already artifact creatures.
Correct.
To sack to Arkham, then you can just keep tutoring any non-land permanent to the battlefield.
I want you to think about Encroaching Mycosynth and what it does to Arkham.
Turning him into
Arkham is now an artifact creature. He can sacrifice himself.
Gotcha.
So you sacrifice, I can tell you, right, 3 activations to win the game. You sacrifice an artifact creature, you go get Encroaching Mycosynth. Then you sacrifice 1 more creature, you go grab Mind Over Matter. You discard a card, untap Arkham, tap Arkham, sacrifice himself, get the 1 ring.
And then draw your deck.
And then you're drawing your deck.
That's it.
Like,
I was going to ask, can't you just win with double activations with stuff like Chromatic Orrery and Filigree Sages?
You can. So, this is where it gets really weird. Now, like I said, there's so many lines you can go. When somebody tells me, you're not allowed to grab Mind Over Matter, I go, okay, I'm going to grab Tezzeret the Seeker instead. And I'm going to neg Tezzeret the Seeker to go get Filigree Sages. And I'm obviously going to set it with Chromatic Orrery before this.
Yeah.
So this is where the door, like my door conundrum comes in, where I'm like, pick the door we're going through. Are we going through Mind Over Matter 1 ring or going through Filigree Sages Chromatic Orrery combo? Because I also run Step Through. I run Whir of Invention. All these little things that, like, Step Through has Wizard Cycling. It's the only thing that's important about the card. Uninteractable. Or uncounterable, go get Filigree Sages. Yeah. Probably just cast Filigree Sages, and you have to have Force of Will because it's a creature.
Yep. What's that? What's the card that people are thinking about playing?
Strix Serenade.
Strix Serenade, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Dude. You Strix Serenade my Filigree Sages, I'm like, cool.
Nice.
I guess. I still have a million different ways to do this. Like, I don't care. Toon Trawler, shout out MVP of most of my tournament right there.
Interesting. Yeah, tell me about this.
I had somebody try to Fairy Mastermind loot me, and I just kept putting Toon Trawler triggers on the stack. So they would draw themselves out, and I would never get decked, but I was still holding my entire deck in my hand, just about.
How are you getting the mana to do that with Toon Trawler, though?
So the way I had it set up was I had Toon Trawler, I had Metal Worker, and Filigree Sages on the field. Gotcha. Because they had gotten rid of my Mind Over Matter. So I had Filigree Sages with Metal Worker and Chromatic Orrery on the field. So I was able to make this infinite mana. I didn't have a flash enabler yet. I was just kind of waiting to draw it. And then when I finally did put my Liberator's Urza Battlethopter on the stack, of course they had infinite mana as well, and they just wouldn't ever let my they never let my Liberator resolve. Gotcha. So we got stuck in a draw situation where it was just, I'm going to keep putting Toon Trawlers in response to every Fairy Mastermind trigger. And then we're
Okay. That's so funny.
We're just building this stupid sandwich of a stack. Yeah. And I was like, you're never getting through this. Like, we're going to have to draw here. Right. And then he was like, we're not doing that. And I was like, okay. We're not breaking parity, but okay. And then the judge came over and was like, it's time. You guys are not getting...
There's been an infinite loop demonstrated where no one's going to be able to do anything.
Correct. Because the judge was literally like, is this how you're presenting your win? He goes, and the guy's like, this is how I win. And I'm like, this is how I stop the win. Yeah. Shake hands. And it was my... Maybe that was Lobbycon. I think that was Lobbycon, actually.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that was Lobbycon. That wasn't at the tournament. My only draw at the tournament was we all sat down and agreed to draw right away because we all had points.
Yeah, you're like, we're all doing well. That was not my tournament experience at all. I did terrible day one.
Oh, so you got headhunted, man.
Dude, I think I just played badly. I'm going to be honest.
You should have
played day one, I was just not playing well. Day two, I bring out the Invitational Champion playmat, and I'm like, I got to win both these games to make top 16. And then I do. And I'm like, okay, this is the answer.
Yeah, dude. You should have played Zerda, man. I think you would have cooked people alive on that deck.
I agree. Although, since Wayne didn't top 16, I know there's no way in hell I top 16 on that. He doesn't.
Wayne got targeted hard because everybody knew he's a Zerda guy.
It's true.
Just saying. True. I had a Zerda in my top 16 pod. Or not my top 16 pod, my winning in the top 16.
And your winning. Was it Wayne? Or was it a different Zerda?
No, it was a different pilot on Zerda.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad the deck's getting more headway and interest.
Yeah, let's say.
As a side note, is Tomb Trawler in here for your own combos as well?
Yes. So Tomb Trawler is the way I do that God Pharaoh's loop.
Interesting. Okay. How does that work?
So it's not in this rendition because I had to add it back in afterwards because I ran into an awkward loop. But anyway, the way I was working it was I had Tomb Trawler with one bounce spell. And I had my way of doing it was like I have Chain of Vapor, I have Into the Flood Maw, and then Odawara. So basically for the God Pharaoh's loop with Tomb Trawler, it's you bounce you bounce Peter Parker's camera back to your hand after you exhaust all the counters on it. And you just take that bounce spell in your graveyard, use Tomb Trawler to put it back into the bottom of your deck. And you basically just keep putting 2 cards underneath it so you never deck yourself. But then you just end up drawing the Odawara through your like Staff of Domination or Chromatic Ori.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then you just keep hitting your Peter Parker's camera. And repeat
statue trigger.
You just keep responding that way. Of course, that still requires Liberator. Since then, I've added Arcbound Ravager back to my deck.
Oh, interesting. Is that in here or no?
Yeah, just look up Arcbound Ravager. This card is absolutely my favorite thing ever. So 2 mana artifact creature here, by the way. So just sacrifice an artifact, put a counter on it. So this has gone back in my deck because I got tired of doing the bounce spell way. This lets me do it in a way where I never have to cast a spell again. Once again in my end step. So I get to use Arcbound to sack the Peter Parker's camera. And I just use Arkham to fetch it back out.
Gotcha.
And I repeat this process. And I just repeat this process and just keep putting Peter Parker's camera back out. I'm not going to cast anything. I'm just going to keep putting triggers on the stack.
Gotcha. And
just win from there. I love it. And it also lets me sacrifice my stacks pieces when I need to. Like if God Pharaoh is just stopping somebody from helping interact for God who knows what reason. You know,
but then you're like, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah, where I'm like, or Portal Phyrexia is like my biggest non-bow with Grafdigger's Cage. There's a lot of times where I've just sacked Grafdigger's Cage on my upkeep in response to the Portal trigger.
Gotcha.
So I can get something back. And then I can just go grab Grafdiggers if I need it again for whatever reason. So
you gotta recycle it with your Tomb Trawler as well, right? Yeah,
exactly.
That makes sense. So we talked a little bit about combos. First one, and I would say is like your best or favorite combo going to be that One Ring or this 3-step combo that we talked about with Encroaching Mycosynth into Mind Over Matter into the One Ring? That's like, is that a primary?
Okay. Yeah, that's my go-to combo in the game typically because you can do it all at instant speed. You don't have, there's no conditional like go to my end step or anything like that. It's the primary combo. And then of course I have my secondary, which is a whole other thing. It's another bunch of steps, but it gets there.
Is it useful to know like all the detailed combo lines for the deck? Like if I were to pick this up and the goal of the video, right, is to help someone be like, I've never heard of this deck before, but it looks really cool. What are the big things I need to know to play the deck? And the first, I assume, would be like knowing how to win.
Yeah, so this is definitely a deck that I 100% would not recommend you just pick up and take to a tournament right away. I don't recommend that for any deck, also. Unless you're playing Atali, then just jam it.
You can win whatever kind of event you want on it.
Or Gwyn even, like, just jam it. But no, but in all seriousness, this is a layered combo deck, and the better you know your own deck, and you know like what's in your pod and like the play patterns you need to push on it, the better you're going to do, because the worst thing you want to do is learn one combo line. That combo line gets interrupted and you have no idea how to come back.
Gotcha.
So I do think, yes, you do need to know your combo lines in this deck if you're going to play it, because it's very sequence heavy, and if you mess up one of the steps, you're probably not going to recover in time, especially in the meta that we're stuck in right now.
Yeah.
Now it does have fail safes with like God Pharaohs and stuff like that where you can buy yourself time.
Yep.
But like the way I think about all my decks is, can I go to overtime in my turn and win the game? That's how I try to think of like how well I know my deck. Gotcha. I have 20 minutes. Can I get through a turn, win within 20 minutes, and all be in one turn? Yeah, essentially. So
okay, that makes sense. So what advice do you have for people who are trying to pick up this deck? Like, how would you go about learning this or teaching someone?
So Nick has a fantastic primer for his deck. I don't have one written because
check out Nick.
I'm just me, and I'm really big on just like the way I practice my lines is very different than how a lot of people do it.
Gotcha. How is that, by the way?
So for me personally, what I like to do is I like to take trigger tokens, so blank trigger tokens, and like I actually have a bunch of them right here.
Oh, sweet.
Things like these. I take these blank tokens, and what I do is I'll write down Arkham activation, and on the back of it, I'll write what I'm supposed to grab, and then I'll set down the entire combo line, just like this. I'll set down an entire combo line going down. So I sit there and I go, okay, Arkham activation. I grab Encroaching Mycosynth, flip it over. What was the first thing I was supposed to grab? Encroaching Mycosynth, right? And then I go to the next one. And basically, I just talk myself through the sequencing before I start flipping the cards over.
Gotcha.
And it's like a memory test game where you're just, you know, the one like you played as a kid where you had multiple cards and you had to remember where things are when you flip them over.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I kind of do that to myself with cEDH lines.
Yep.
So I'll just set them down. And I'm like, okay, first off, how many activations exactly do I need to win? 1, 2, 3. First activation needs to be, okay, Encroaching Mycosynth. Second activation, Mind Over Matter. Third activation, One Ring. And then I go, cool. And all we'll do is I'll remove one of them as I go through the line. So I'll whittle them down and then I'll see which one I pull first. And I go, cool, flip over. Oh, I flipped over Chromatic Ori. Ooh, okay. What's the next piece? And I go build the stack again. And then I make sure I sequence them correctly. And I just keep going down the line like that.
Interesting. Okay, that's super cool. That's I've never actually heard of that before, but it's like kind of a cool way to have like a more visual representation or less visual representation and more literal representation of like the combo lines. Yeah.
The best way to do it for me is like if I've seen it to where I've experienced holding my entire deck in my hand and then just being like, what do I do here? Right.
You just that moment of panic.
But when you do this so many times, you just go, okay, what was my stack?
Yep.
Arkham activation. Arkham activation. Arkham activation. Can I generate 3 Arkham activations? Okay, what was the first one? Boom. What was the second one? Boom. What was the third one? And do that for your basic combos. And then once you learn the supporting cards to those combos, I have a whole nother Christmas tree that I do.
Yeah.
Which is I'll set down the 1 token and I grab every possible target for it. I start building the Christmas tree, which is like think of like binary coding.
Yep.
Whenever you do binary trees,
like a flow chart.
Yeah, and like it's like how can I build it from here? Because if this part gets interrupted, which pivot point am I supposed to take? Which pivot point? I'm super visual / hands-on. Like I need to do it, but I need to do it in a way that I'm not looking at my cards. So that way in my brain, I know exactly like.
You just have easy flow charts to go off of.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. And out of curiosity, why do you think Arkham, both your list and Nick's list, performed so well in Fishbowl meta, which seemed like super turbo, like much quicker than the meta has been in a while?
So obviously we're both playing some silver bullets. Like a lot of these turbo decks, they use minimal amounts of mana to generate large amounts of mana. So obviously the best pinch point is when they have minimal amounts of mana.
Yep.
And like for me, we'll use Rao as an example. Rao is super heavy into casting Rite of Flame, Pyretic Ritual, Jessica's Will, these things that generate so much mana. But here's the thing, they're usually operating with like 1 or 2 floating mana in between these things until they hit a big spell that lets them just get this explosive amount of mana.
Yep.
So of course it's like, how do you stop that? Well, first off, you pray that somebody has a counter spell or a removal spell. And then it becomes this interesting dynamic of like I said, politics is everything. Like the amount of times I sat with like, what's his name? The other Rao player that made top 16. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Mitchell. Yeah. The amount of times I sat with Mitchell and Mitchell's like, you got something for me? And I'm like, I can get something for you. Yeah. And then it just completely stops you the rest of the game. Like God Pharaoh statue to me is like, if you're going to play an artifact stacks piece and your deck can put out God Pharaohs, you do it. Like, or Portal even. Like it's these big payoff spells that like normal decks can't run. That Arkham just says like, I'm probably gonna put 4, maybe 5 mana and cheat out this huge thing at a crucial interaction point that I need it. That's why the deck does well. That's why I did well against Turbo, is because I'm able to just play for an early Portal, early God Pharaohs, and then I have counter spells. Lord behold, I'm mono blue and I have counter spells.
Right.
And I know how to say no to a ritual because rituals are where bad things happen.
Agreed.
Or necropotence.
Do not let Ral resolve rituals.
Oh my god, the amount of times I've misstepped a Rite of Flame or not maybe whatever, one red mana rituals or any of these stupid little things. I've been like, no, I'll do it all day. But yeah, I just think Arkham, me specifically, it did so well at the tournament because it has that pivot point of I can match pace with the turbo decks, not as efficiently, but I can.
Yep.
But also, once I do stop them, I'm able to break parity with whatever stacks piece I put out.
Yep.
On like a hairpin turn, because I don't care about God Pharaohs because it doesn't stop me.
Your portals.
It just stops everybody else. And then like portal is like a reset for everybody, and then also the amount of times it's just grabbed me. Like it's an Arkham reset every turn. I get a free artifact creature back.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Every turn, and it's great.
Yeah,
so
it's so hot. It's so sick.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, just getting back every turn is an Arkham activation for free, essentially. Is the deck trying to win? Like, is your goal turn 3? Is that kind of like I should be able to win the game on turn 3 most games?
Yes and no. Like I said, it really depends on your turn 1, turn 2. Turn 1, turn 2, you're just focused on getting Arkham out. Turn 3 is where you assess the board.
Yep.
And you're like, okay, am I scared of somebody winning right now? Or can I comfortably make it to the seat before me's instep so I can set up for the win on my turn with no interaction needed? Because like that's all it is. It's just the name of the game with Arkham is buying you turn 4 generally. Like,
so that turn 3 is like, let me just put out something heinous that's going to stop everyone else and let me set up for a really easy win on turn 4.
Yeah, it's either heinous or it's I already have an untapper and I go artifact, like turn 3 I just go artifact creature, sack it, go grab Encroaching Mycosynth right there on the spot.
Gotcha. Use
my untapper to untap Arkham. Do it again with like a land-based creature that I don't have to cast. Grab Mind Over Matter, and then as long as I have 2 or more cards in my hand, I probably just win.
Yep.
So
just because of the density of artifact creatures you have access to, because you can just cast one out of your hand pretty easily.
Well, not with Mind Over Matter, you don't have to. You just sacrifice Arkham to himself.
Or with Encroaching Mycosynth. Yeah.
The fact that you can sacrifice Arkham to himself is like so hot.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll get rid of Arkham here, guys. I'll stop here. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. I'll stop here and I'll start winning.
Yeah, like I'm going to start winning now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's turn 3 is like totally plausible. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. Gotcha. But comfortably on turn 4.
Comfortably turn 4, if you're not pushing a win, it's because you know somebody's got removal piece or something that's going to stop you, or you're waiting to do it on the stack, which is where Arkham really shines. Is the fact that you can do everything on the stack and just win the game.
You can just respond.
This is how I like playing. Yep. I like to just take my hands off. You guys are in control of this. As soon as y'all start putting wins on the board, and I hear that first person go, does this resolve? And there goes pass. And then, or if like I'm next and I go, do you have anything for this? Do you have anything for this? Like, don't sandbag, because I'm going to interact, and then it's going to be too late for anybody to try anything.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. Okay. That makes sense. Real quick, I just wanted to shout out the sponsor for today's video. Doot Loot is the best place to get rare Japanese, Russian foils, signed and altered cards. They have a huge growing community with over 2,000 members on Discord that you can join right now. They do monthly giveaways, and they even do giveaways on our channel. So make sure to go support Doot. I have a huge collection of Japanese and Russian foils, and he's always the first place I go. Secondly, I want to shout out Manavault Proxies. They're a US-based proxy company, and they help make this game more affordable so that you can play based on your skill level and not just the size of your wallet. I would not be playing this game if it weren't for proxies, so I love what Manavault is doing. They're even offering 5% off if you use the code SNACK at checkout. Without further ado, keep enjoying the video. So we kind of go into the politics a little bit. You talked a little bit about how politics are central to the Arkham game plan. First of all, what's like the mindset that you're trying to inhabit when you're playing the deck? Like, how do you want to feel and play and talk to other players when you play Arkham?
First off, just be transparent. everybody knows that Arkham's the combo piece in the deck. Everybody knows. So obviously, the best interaction point is with Arkham himself. You have to be able to, like, you got to be willing to give up some info sometimes. Like, Waffle, actually, I played against Waffle in my top 16, and I got brainwormed, as Austin would say. He does
do that. Yeah.
He was like, "You got the brainworm in your head," and I was like, he probably did.
Yeah.
But like, my pod was full of killers, dude. Like, I had Jason Doan in first seat. I had Waffle in second seat. I had Austin in third seat. I'm on a mold of 4 in fourth seat with Arkham. Like, hey guys, like, I'm just here. But Waffle, the best analogy I've had is when somebody talked about Waffle. Like, they're like, Waffle's like a casino. He's never gonna give you the odds. It's always gonna be 49-51 in his favor.
Yes.
And I was like, that was such a strong, like, association of like my neurons just making that bridge of like,
fuck, they're right.
Instead of just me being like, does it resolve? It's like, now I'm like, I used to hate politicking. Used to hate it. Now it's like my favorite aspect ever.
What changed?
I stopped playing Garuda.
Okay.
At one point.
Yeah. That is like a no politics deck. You're like, Garuda on
I'm just
stack?
jamming, bro.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to cast another spell, by the way. Yeah.
Just jam city. But like, honestly, it's like, I played decks like Garuda, and like, before Garuda, I played Magda, like, where you're kind of like, Magda's so fragile, you're kind of forced to like not politic, but you're like, you have to like, the kind of table is just like, either answer you or they don't. Like, right. That's just typically how Magda works. Before that, I played Dargo Ikra.
Oh god, okay.
Like, yeah, dude, we're going
Jam
back.
City. PB.
Yeah, dude, I just played Turbo decks, and then like, Arkham's my first like non-Jam City deck.
Yep.
And it's been my absolute favorite to play. It's like, it opens up a whole new like aspect to the game of like, I feel like I have a little more control over the outcome of my match when I'm able to sit there and talk and be like, look, I had the potential to do this. I'm okay with not doing this, but I want another turn.
Yeah.
Like, I want one more turn rotation, or like, I can guarantee you a turn rotation. You'll get a turn, and I will not win on your turn. I'm just going to make sure you don't win if you jam, because I want another turn. So the fact that you can start playing it like a casino is like, in the Waffle style, is like what really like pushed me into embracing Arkham more and just seriously jamming it. Like, not jamming it, but like jamming the deck in the sense of like playing the deck, excuse me.
Yeah. And having that deck knowledge allows you to politic in a way that's favorable, right? Because you're like, if you don't know the deck that well, you're like, fuck, they don't want me to get a Godfair statue. What do I do now? But you have enough knowledge of the deck where you're like, okay, they're scared of this. Like, think about the scenario where it's like, I cast my Arkham turn 2. I have my artifact creature on board. I'm going to untap in my turn. And in the end step, they're like, I'm gonna like swords Arkham, because they're like, I'm scared of it. Like, I don't know what you're gonna get. How would you approach that situation?
First off, are you scared about me winning right here? So I'm always gonna ask, are you scared of me winning right here?
Yep.
Okay, totally valid, and I understand. Remember, I need 3 Arkham activations to win. This is my first. Now, when I grab my first card, it's going to be very obvious what I'm trying to do. And then I have my second one, and the interaction point truly, and I'll tell them all, is when you see the first card, I was like, my second card it's going to be a lot scarier. My third card is what wins the game.
Gotcha.
So I tell them, I'm like, you don't need to waste it here. You still have 2 more activations before I win the game.
Interesting.
And I start talking about this in a way. And then also, like, this is where pod composition comes in heavy, too.
Yeah.
Because you got to be ready to, like, I hate using the word deflect, but you got to be ready to deflect. Because, I love the meta. Like, when you have Kinnan in my pot, oh my God, I'm like, we're not going to source a Kinnan who has 14 mana on his board. And
right.
waiting to go absolutely buck wild. We're not going to do that. Or I'll be like, look, if they target, like, let's say I put an Arkham activation on stack, and then now they're attempting to target Arkham with the swords, right?
Sure.
I'm like, do you want to do this? And then and then this is where you kind of get like into the aggressive politicking versus like passive politicking, where you're like, look, dude, if you do this, I'm going to be forced to grab this stacks piece. That's going to be no fun for anybody.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have time to rebuild my board.
Makes sense.
Like,
so you can get into you like point a gun and you're like, hey, I'm going to wipe your board if you do this.
Yeah, I'm like, dude,
yeah,
you take me out of this game, I'm taking you out of this game too.
Gotcha.
Like, sorry, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to be the only one that gets shafted here.
Yep.
I'm going to hose either everybody or I'm going to make sure you can't win on your turn.
Interesting.
So your choice.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I told him, I'm like, I'm okay with giving you another turn. 1% okay with giving you another turn. I'm scared of this person, or I'm scared of this person, or I'm scared of you. And if I'm scared of you and your swords in my thing, there's no conversation at that point. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. I'm just going to stop you.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I have a silver bullet in my deck for almost every deck in the format. Like, I'm going to grab it.
And
so
it's going to suck.
It's going to suck. But usually it's God Pharaoh's statue.
Right.
Nobody likes God Pharaoh's statue.
No, I hate God Pharaoh's statue.
It's
so painful.
Breach decks cry.
Yeah. It's
but
like,
yeah, I mean, it's.
Oh, no, I was going to say, like, the only decks that really can play around it are kind of Kinnan. But in that case, you can also just wipe the board with, like, your portal. Yeah.
Yep.
So you have these.
Or I got graph diggers.
Like right.
Or I just got graph diggers, and I'm like, you're not spending nothing.
Yeah.
But then you had this. Then you have to worry about if they're playing big flips or if they're playing NBC Kinnan.
Yeah.
And you're like, does this deck actually spin Kinnan?
Right.
Or does this deck just like higher? I'll grab a graph diggers for higher all day of the week.
Right away. Yeah.
But if I'm playing against Waffle, graph diggers is not doing anything.
Nothing at all. Yeah, he's like, I have 3 Ristic studies already, so.
Oh my God! Don't remind me of my top 16 game.
Yeah. Do not let him get Ristic study ever.
Man had 2 Ristic studies and 2 Smother and Entice.
Yeah, that's just.
And I was like, can we just? I was like, we're so screwed.
Are we good? Are we good here? I'm good here.
For real.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, so like we have this sort of political navigation of the deck where you're like, all right, hey, don't worry about the first Arkham activation. It's not that scary. I do need 2 more to win the game. And you're continuing this conversation, I'm assuming, until you find your window, which is generally, like you said, going to be on the stack at flash speed. Flash speed being because you can activate Arkham whenever you want. If that first Arkham activation is getting, like you said, the piece you generally want to grab is Encroaching Mycosynth. You don't need at this point to have another artifact creature. You just need Arkham, because he can sacrifice himself, right? Mm-hmm. But then, I guess you need one more.
You need one more. Okay. You need 3. You need 2 creatures in Arkham.
Okay, gotcha.
To start.
That makes sense.
I mean, there's a hidden line in the deck that not all Arkham players like, but Nick and I both like it. It's called Satanic Flute.
Oh, I saw that card. I'm pulling it back up.
One of the hottest cards.
Satanic Flute.
So Satanic Flute, it's 5-mana artifact. Pay X, tap it, search for a creature with mana cost X or less. So you can start it with grabbing. So you can start with 1 artifact creature on the board, and you tap Arkham. You go grab Satanic Flute. You tap Satanic Flute. Go grab a 0-drop artifact creature. And then when you go to your turn, you untap Flute. You untap Arkham. You play 0-drop creature. You sack creature. Go get Encroaching Mycosynth.
Yep.
Tap the Flute for 2. Go get Corridor Monitor. Play Corridor Monitor. Untap your Arkham. Tap your Arkham, sacrificing Corridor Monitor to go get Mind Over Matter. Yeah. Untap Arkham, sacrifice himself, go get One Ring.
Nice. That's hot.
So Satanic Flute's pretty cool card. And also Satanic Flute's great to like when you just need to go search up like a Walking Ballista or any of these other like great creatures like Filigree Sages it grabs. It can grab Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter, any of these pieces that you just need to like finish out the game. Keep a little faster. Yeah, but Satanic Flute's awesome because it allows you to grab a whole bunch of different pieces. Like the amount of times I put Satanic Flute into play and people just go, okay. And I'm like, okay is the correct response here. Yeah. Tap it, go grab a 0-drop. Go put it in my hand. Cool. Start playing the 0-drops from Satanic Flute. Because it's just creature tutor repeatedly every turn. Yeah. And like if you have Unwinding Clock is super hot, by the way.
Oh, God. Because you can get Libby into your 0-drops and just cast them.
Well, not even that. You just get, if you have Flute plus Encroaching on the field. So you grab Encroaching first. You untap everything on the next person's turn. And because Arkham's now an artifact, so it untaps. Gotcha. You tap Arkham. You tap Flute, go grab your Liberator, and then cast Liberator at flash speed. And then you just start dumping stuff from your hand every turn. And then, like, you're winning by your next turn rotation, typically. Yep. There's also a line that doesn't need Arkham at all to win the game.
Ooh, tell me about it.
All right. Most broken land in the format, Mishra's Workshop.
I was gonna say, yeah. So good.
This lets you tap for 3 colorless mana to cast only cast. You cannot activate abilities with this, but you can cast artifacts only. So turn 1, I've actually got the turn 2 win off of this, which is turn 1 Workshop, tap it, play Metalworker. Yeah, you already have earned it. And then you go pass. And then you just go to your next turn, you tap Workshop, you play or you tap Metalworker first, reveal at least 3 artifacts in your hand, make 6 colorless mana. You tap Mishra's Workshop, play Staff of Domination. And as long as you have 3 artifacts in your hand, this lets you go infinite by untapping Metalworker and untapping Staff.
To draw cards with it. Yeah.
Yeah, you make infinite mana and then you just start drawing your deck.
Sick.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
As a question, when you're drawing your deck with any of these combos, whether it be the Mind Over Matter One Ring or Staff Metalworker, what's kind of the goal? Like, walk me through this. You're drawing your deck. What are you looking for? How are you like finishing, quote unquote, like finishing a game?
So you have a couple different ways. Obviously, you have Walking Ballista X equals 1,000,000.
Yep.
Hangerback Walker, actually, you can give everything haste. So you sack it and you make 10 million 1/1s.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, sweet.
And you give them all haste with Crashing Drawbridge.
Sick. We have to give Crashing Drawbridge haste as well, though, right? Oh,
Lava Spur Boots.
Okay, so you have Lava Spur Boots. Right. Super hot, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. You use Lava Spur onto Crashing Drawbridge. Tap it, give everything haste. Give everything haste, and then do the thing. And then obviously we have the God Pharaoh's trick that we talked about.
Yep.
Is another way to end the game. You can also, if you get down to it where like Walking Ballista is gone and Hangerback is gone, you can use Simulacrum Synthesizer loops with Tomb Trawler to just make constructs. And then you just give all your constructs haste with Crashing Drawbridge again, and you swing and go everybody.
Simulacrum Synthesizer is basically just a way to generate bodies, though, for the most part, right?
Yeah, so a really cool thing is Clock of Omens plus... So you need Clock of Omens, Simulacrum Synthesizer, and another copy of Simulacrum Synthesizer. And now, every time I fetch out one of my more than, I think it's 3, right? Yeah, my value 3 or greater artifacts.
Yep.
I make 2 bodies, which I can tap both of these to clock to untap something. So like Arkham. And then I can do this over and over again and just grab every 3-drop or greater out of my deck, and I have an arbitrarily large amount of things. But really, you don't need to do that because like by then you're just grabbing your combo pieces and you're winning the game.
Drawing your deck, wall balling the table. Yeah. Another cool card I want to shout out is Marvin. This card is so good in Arkham. It's absurdly good. Like,
yep.
God.
Yeah, Marvin's so good. It's like you don't even need that. You play Marvin turn 1 and you turn to Arkham and you just sit there. You just sit there.
Yeah.
And until you're absolutely forced to crack things, that's when you start cracking stuff.
Interesting. So you're comfortable letting people develop and do their thing. It's just waiting until
unless I'm just staring at like the win in my hand / board, then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna push it here. But yeah, usually I'll get Marvin out and I'll get Arkham out, and of course this is where politics come in, where I'm big on like, hey, I'm not gonna win the game right now, not until somebody puts a win on the stack.
Yep.
And then just using that as the main way to let your important pieces stick on the board is really, really big.
Yeah, I think that makes complete sense. I think it'd be great to hop into some mulligans, and
let's
usually
do it.
I like to do this with like a pod simulator, but this hand is gas already, right?
This is gas. Holy crap. Shore Up's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, Shore Up's so cool. So we didn't talk about the interaction suite, but you have a couple of spells like this that are just untapping Arkham. Like people target it and you just get to untap and give it hexproof, right?
Yep.
And that means you not only get a second activation, but the removal spell they used fizzles, and then you get the first activation too.
Yep. So it'll also let you like, big thing is sometimes people will target your creature that you're trying to sacrifice with Arkham because that stifles your Arkham activation.
Gotcha.
So you can use this to redo it, to do it again on top of the stack.
Sick. Yeah, that's super cool.
But yeah.
Does it not give... Oh, no, it's hexproof. Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. It's not Shroud. It's just hexproof.
Right. Okay, so this is a first 7. We're keeping this as a first 7, right?
100%. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
So sequencing-wise, I'm going to go one of these lands into Soul Ring into Grim or into Signet? I don't think it matters.
I think you start with Ancient Tomb here.
Yeah, into the Soul
You
Ring.
Ancient Tomb, not Soul Ring, actually.
Okay.
You're going Signet first.
Sure.
Signet, Soul Ring, Monolith.
Grim. Gotcha.
Yeah, because you want your Monolith on board, like untapped. Which you could do it the other way, 100%.
Just
but
like Soul Ring into
this,
Signet into Monolith, yeah.
If they're going, you want your Soul Ring to not be misstepped, and if you already have Arcane Signet on the field, I feel like I'm better with a Signet on the field than I am a Soul Ring.
Yeah, because you can still cast your
my
Arkham
blue
next
source.
turn. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Are you hanging on to this?
Yeah, I don't want to show Artifact Creature yet because people freak out when they see Artifact Creature plus an Arkham with Summoning Sickness, and I'm like, guys, it can't tap.
Yeah.
And then they still
puts
freak
a
out.
target on Arkham, right?
It does. You're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself when you put out that Artifact Creature. Unless, like, you're staring at a Roger, I guess. And you're like, guys, I got to play this blocker.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
right.
but
So go to turn 2.
Oh, yeah, baby.
It's probably correct to play this just so we can have the shore up in case someone tries to target Arkham.
Yeah, that's probably... I mean, at this point, I probably just talked to the pod. Like, if I play Arkham, you guys are just going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
And if they say yes, then you can politic with about what you're getting.
And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get... I guess I have to hold the shore up here. Like, sure, I'll play this island. And then also what this does is if they say yes, you go, cool, I'm going to play this island. And I'm kind of like presenting like, hey, I have an interaction piece.
Yep.
If you try to mess up my stuff. So let's not go down that route.
Right. That makes total sense.
So, yeah, we're just going...
Just into Arkham?
Boom. Slam Arkham.
Sweet.
We have one colorless left floating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're not doing anything with that. We're not too worried. We leave the Grim Monolith untapped too because like there's just no reason to tap it down right now.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, we're still holding it because we're still just gonna hold 4 cards. Like we want to peacock here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I got 4 cards in my hand, 4 mana untapped. Fucking
could be anything.
Could be anything, boys.
Yeah.
You know my deck because I don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we go to our next turn. And we have a nice little interactive piece. That's great. Probably just holding on to that, playing the Saga, triggering Saga.
So Saga is actually really cool too because you can get Artifact Creature out of it.
It's at instant speed. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So walk me through how you're sequencing this. I'm guessing we just start with this.
Okay. Playing Walker,
and
I'm passing. Like, this
really?
is
So you're
turn
not
3.
playing the Tomb
Or wait.
Trawler.
Okay, so this is turn 3.
Yeah.
We had the shore up. This is kind of like where I'm looking at the pod.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at open mana. Like, are people untapped and I'm worried about somebody bouncing something?
Mm-hmm.
If everybody's tapped out, yeah, I guess I just full send it here. Like, I would just tap Arkham, sacrifice Phyrexian Walker. I'm going to go grab Encroaching Mycosynth. I'm going to use that 1 blue. I'm going to cast shore up, targeting Arkham. Mm-hmm. And also it's cool because I'm holding the Sink into Stupor here. Yeah. As like a backup man. I don't think I have the mana for it actually now I think about it. I don't have the mana for it. But but still, like we're going into this expecting like everybody's tapped out, right? Yep. So here, I'm gonna cast Toon Trawler, tap Arkham to sacrifice Toon Trawler, grab a Mind Over Matter, and now we're in like not yet. Here you're in like a weird choice on how because you have 1 card. Oh, I guess like all right. Anyway, I'm thinking like interaction points. All right. Yeah. Discard Sink into Super, untap Arcum Dagsson. Tap Arkham, sacrifice himself. I'm going to go get One Ring. I'm now going to tap, draw a card, tap, draw cards, tap, draw cards. And like, I'm discarding 1 card every time, right?
Right. So, exactly. Putting more counters on it. Like, one thing I will say, PSA, do not draw your deck out with the One Ring. Because I've seen people do that. And that is not fun.
Yeah. Once this thing gets to like 10, 11 counters, I highly advise you count your deck. Yeah. So you know exactly how many activations you have left before you lose. Because also remember, we got rid of Toon Trawler. So we can't put things back into our library at this point. Yep. We're banking. We do have enough mana that we should be able to get through whatever. Like we have a Whir Invention too, which if we wanted to just Whir and put like, I don't know, whatever on the battlefield right now, like Chromatic Ori, right? Like we could, and then you're good. But yeah, you're just doing this point. The main reason you're drawing your deck is because you want as much interaction in your hand as possible. Yeah, makes sense. And that's about it. So
okay, sweet. Well, that's a great first hand to start on.
Yeah, that was Not much of a think tank on that one.
Right.
Ugh.
No mana.
Yeah, no.
Turn 4 Arkham. Oh, no.
I'm not keeping this personally.
Let's go second 7. Same problem.
It's a great looking hand, but it does nothing for us.
Yep.
All
right, let's go to 6. Ooh.
Okay, keep.
Workshop. Yeah. This is a 6.
Yeah, I'm keeping this.
We gotta get rid of 1 card. I'm like eyeing this as a possibility.
Transmute is it's transmute, sure.
Okay.
Draw for turn. Boom! Oh! Lord, hallelujah. So now you're in a situation where you have to kind of make a choice of, are we trying to get early creatures on board, or are we trying to like hard push an Arkham with haste as fast as we can?
Sure.
I'm more inclined to go Mox Diamond, pitching Cavern of Souls.
Yeah.
Hall of the Bandit Lord tapped.
Okay.
Because we want that Mishra's up.
Sure.
Next turn. Because like right now, if we're truly worried about who's going next, we tap Mox Diamond and we play Grafdigger's Cage.
Sure. But turn 2, I mean, turbo meta, that's totally reasonable.
Correct. But like if we're looking at like a more mid, right, let's say we're looking at a bunch of like more Sisay and like, I mean, it's still really good against Sisay, but like if we're thinking we're going to outpace Sisay, it's K9 Mark 1 here.
Is there a world where you don't play this? Because you can't cast Arkham next turn anyways. You need 2 more mana. Is there a world where you just go Cage, Spellskite, and then you have 2 pieces that are stopping different angles and axis of decks?
100%. The way I look at it though is now let's say I draw what if I draw a rock?
Yeah.
And then now I still have okay, we didn't, but like
yeah, what if we do?
But what if we did?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just doing this turn 1 versus turn 2.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think you're totally right here.
Because K9 is just a blocker, like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
It's just a blocker. And then like we're also not posturing too heavy on like I'm slowing or staxing or becoming a problem for other players, and that they overly commit to messing with my board.
Makes sense.
So like my favorite thing is to watch people develop into what they think they're going to do, and then dropping something like Grafdigger or Spellskite, and it cuts off their pivot point.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I'm not too worried about turn 1 wins right now in the format. I am more worried about turn 2, turn 3 wins.
Yeah, and these spells are going to help stop that.
And this also comes down to turn order, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so we go to our turn 2, we draw our step through, and now we can go into Spellskite Cage.
Yep, Spellskite Cage, and then we're in the awkward, I hope I draw a mana phase.
Yeah. Is there anything we can Wizard Cycle for that's going to help us out here or no?
I mean, we could go grab Filigree Sages if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
But like, then I'm putting Filigree Sages on the field, and I have 0 cards in my hand, at least. Filigree Sages, like you put it into your hand, right? Through this. But then everybody knows you have Filigree Sages in your hand.
Sure.
And they're like, oh shit, 1 Arkham activation. And we lose the game.
Right.
And I'm like, brother, I'd rather have Arkham on the field and then try to Wizard Cycle.
Yeah.
Because like once I get Arkham on the field, he already has haste. Then I Wizard Cycle. I feel a lot better tapping Arkham, sacking the K9, going and getting Chromatic Ori, and then use Ori to cast the Filigree Sages.
Yeah.
Like, so do I win?
Right. That makes total sense.
So, like shits and gigs. Let's just draw. Yeah, baby. We're getting
so
there.
Close.
It's turn 3. Like turn 4 is our sweet spot.
Right.
We just needed to be a little nice to us.
Oh!
We got
it's
there,
that
baby.
Easy. It's that easy. I hope I don't die in these first 3 turns of the game.
The first 3 turns, I don't even know what my deck does.
Yeah.
This is the way I'm like, oh man, guys, just isn't doing it for me.
Right. I lied.
Boom, play Arkham. Arkham has haste.
Yeah.
And also, funny fact, Mishra's helps you cast Filigree Sages because it's an artifact.
It's super hot.
Creature.
Yeah. Because you can go, would you go Spellskite or K9? Probably
K9. All day.
Sack K9?
Sack K9. Spellskite lets you redirect it back to you if you need to, or it keeps the bounce spells off of Arkham.
Gotcha. And then we can get our Chromatic Ori. Tap here for 5.
And it mana's every color now. It's our fixer. So
right.
We're going to Wizard Cycle.
For Sages. We go 3, 4. Oh, we're 1 minute short.
Cast Sages. See,
tragic.
This is the tragedy of the deck right here. Deck. You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah,
Arkham's tapped right now, right? Just want to double check.
Oh yeah, it is. Yep.
So now it's just like, so we do have the spell skite. So like we just got to make it through a turn rotation here, which it sucks to say that, but like it's just
probably just wait on the step through, do the math.
Yeah,
like,
if you want to be
right now,
because like also you could theoretically just go grab God Pharaohs or go grab like one of these other pieces you might need to stop somebody else from winning
for sure.
And then like you push yourself into I have time to develop now.
Yep.
So, because we're going back, like I said, we're still going back into our turn with, we can sacrifice Spellskite and we don't really care. And we go get, Chromatic at this point. And then we have all of our mana open.
More than enough.
Pretty much all of our mana open. So, yeah.
That makes a ton of sense. Yeah. So, GPS is maybe just the right hit here off of the first activation. Yeah. All right. I think I got a wrap here. Is there anything else that we wanted to cover that we didn't go over so far?
Oh. Good versus bad matchups real quick. Turn 1, turn 2 decks are the bane of your existence. Because, sometimes they just got it. And there's nothing you can do about it. My favorite matchups are Blue Farm and Sisse are, like, my 2 favorite matchups for this deck. Blue Farm, it's very highly pivotable, but you can kind of tell the way they're pivoting based on, like, their turn 1 and 2. Like, are you looking at a DRC? Or are you looking at Rhystic Study, Esper? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
yeah.
Obviously, like, one-trick pony decks, love it. Like, because we get to hose them on silver bullets.
Totally. That makes sense. Yep.
You just want to go live to turn 3. Like, turn 3 plus is, like, where your deck really, like, just starts... Oh, it starts forcing open that window for you. Yeah, it's singing. That's
sweet. So, like, the super fast decks are hard to deal with sometimes, although you do play blue, so you get access to counter magic.
Yep.
And the more mid-rangey grindy decks feel really comfortable because you get to hang in that mid-range grind, you get to stop any early wins that are presented, and then you get to just go activated abilities into super impactful pieces / wins.
Yeah. Like, I'll give you a little bit of hot tech here. For Frenzy, I think for Frenzy, I am slotting Karn back into my deck.
Nice.
And also, I've been looking at that mono blue Teferi, the 6-drop one that untaps 4 permanents.
Yeah.
Because I can Encroaching Mycosynth, go grab it, untap 4 things on my board, and then I'm like, I probably just win here.
Right. Yeah.
So that's like
I have infinite mana.
Yeah, like I think I just win here.
Yeah.
Like, but this is all theory. I have another couple weeks of play testing, so I'll be jamming on the Critical League. So if you guys get cooked by it, I'm sorry.
Look
don't
out.
hate me. Yeah, watch out. But
yeah,
Karn, Teferi, and the other one I was looking at was putting the Mycosynth Lattice combo back in my deck because you just
Karn
a simple
lock
Karn and Mycosynth and just Karn lock the board.
Ew.
And I'm like, you guys want to call it here?
That's so gross.
Because I do think we're gonna have a heavy shift off of Turbo here soon.
Agreed.
I think there's gonna be a heavy shift, and Karn lock feels
pretty hot. Phenomenal. Yeah. I know some other mono blue commanders that like to Karn lock people.
Yeah. Dude, I loved the fishbowl meta. It was
sick.
Yo, that Bruce deck, I was so scared I was gonna run into it.
I did run into it in my second win in game we played. And he played amazing. He's a really, really good player. But I think he just had poor draws that game. He didn't run into the cards he needed. He was not.
Variance is everything. Let's be real.
It totally is. Okay, sweet. So basically in the video, we went over what Arkham is, what its game plan is, how it's trying to win the game, what it's looking like to control the game, the pieces that we can go through with the combos and how we can pivot with those combos. Looking at some mulligans, what are the good matchups, what are the bad matchups. Like you mentioned, checking out Nicholas's primer is definitely a great way to learn the deck a little bit more. And the big thing I would say for how I mulligan decks and how I learn decks is just mulliganing, getting comfortable doing it outside of the game, and then proxying it up, maybe using a service like Manavault Proxies to get this deck, perhaps, and then going and playing it online before you take it to any tournaments.
Yeah, you want to see? I'll give y'all a sneak peek if you made it this far in the video.
Yeah.
There's actually a new gen of the cards coming out. We've reached another point to where the new printer is insane, and I like the cards how they feel a lot more. I can't wait to show Baldy, and so I get his feedback. Baldy and Wayne have been awesome for getting feedback on a TO/judge perspective on what's acceptable for proxies. So working with those guys has been amazing. Anyway, this is the old gen. Remember these? These are your backs, right? We are now going to these.
Oof, sexy.
So the whole point was I had one person who likes playing with white sleeves, and they said that these were a little too much color in the back that showed through their white sleeves. And to completely eradicate that issue forever, we swapped to just this simple, very simple design. I love it. The new material for the cards.
Yeah.
Just going to do a little flex. This is like me actually like pressing too.
Yeah.
Like, I'll show you. But these are like these are awesome. Oh, well, anyway, these are great, but I'm super excited to continuously make the product better for you guys because I'm a player myself. I'm not buying a Mistress Workshop anytime soon. So I'm just going to proxy it myself.
Nice.
I'm going to use Manavault Proxies too. That's crazy. But for everybody that has been ordering decks and doing everything else, I super appreciate you guys. Fishbowl actually like exploded on my orders. So just hang in there. Production kind of got slowed down between the travel and then just the volume that came in. And also, like, I'll be honest with you guys, I really am trying to make sure you guys get the best thing possible. And I don't want to send you something that I wouldn't use myself.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing for me has just been, I'm trying to make sure you guys get the best product I can give you.
Yep.
And as soon as I find out these renditions, I get these new pieces like this in, I immediately stop everything and I make sure that the very next batch that goes out is the new stuff. Because the last thing I want to do is have to like send you something new because what you have, I think, is subpar to my new stuff. So just work with me. Now that I got the machine, I'll be out of town this weekend. It's November 5th right now for those watching. I'll be out of town this weekend. I got to go play in a tournament, Gold Sabertooth tournament.
Sweet.
Up in New York. And then when I get back on Monday, I should have everything printed and ready to cut. And then within that week, I should be all caught up because then I don't have to print anymore. I'm just all caught up on cutting. So everything will be going out. If you've been waiting, I'm sorry, but I promise you it's worth the wait. It's going to be awesome. And I appreciate everybody that has supported me, and I'm super happy I can help support the community back. Go check out the Hall of Champions. Zach almost made it. I'm just kidding. He's going to be in. He's going to be in there. But right now, the top 4 from Fishbowl was Sylvie, Julian, Waffle, and Juan. Yeah. Those 4. Awesome job, guys. Go buy their decks on Manavault Proxies. You don't even have to search their Mox field. Just go to the website, www.manavaultproxies.com, and use code SNACK over here. Buy the tournament deck. And not only do you support Zach, but you support the person who won with the deck because they get a kickback too. As far as I know, I'm the only person who's ever done this. And I love it. Immortalize yourself. Help support the community. Let's just all just do it together. That's the whole point of this. So
couldn't agree more. Love what you're doing. Really happy to be a part of it and to work with you. And it's been a blast so far. So
we're gonna be on a gameplay channel together here soon.
Oh yeah, with Blake and Chase.
Yeah, I gotta try to cook you on Arkham, even though I just gave you all the all the secrets.
I'm gonna be like, I know your tricks. You'll never get this.
Hey man, I'll give you 2 choices, and you're like, no.
How about a third choice?
How about a third? Oh my god, I'm not even gonna go into that. I had a smarty pants in one of my games. Well, I appreciate you for having me today.
Yeah, of course, dude. It's a blast.
You're always a blast to talk to, and you're fun to work with, and you catch on very quickly. I feel like I don't have to give you too much on the deck. I gotta keep some things to myself. And,
some of the secrets, some of the sauce.
I gotta change it all up before Frenzy now, so that way nobody knows all the lines.
Will know. Everyone's gonna know. If we can get this video out in time.
I mean, that's what I said. November 5th. So if you're watching this, you probably already got your deck. Also, I don't know if you'll have this out in time, but going forward after Frenzy, also, I plan on having a booth at most of the major tournaments.
Nice.
Or I'm going to work with somebody else who has a booth, and I'll have it to where you can order your deck on the website or proxies if you just need a couple. You can come to the booth and just pick up your order.
Sick.
You don't have to deal with the shipping anymore. You can just come pick it up.
Super.
Then you know it's there. But I'll have more info about that on my Instagram. So feel free to go check that out. There's gonna be a lot of stuff coming down in the next month with updates and everything.
Oh yeah. All right, dope. I'm going to go play some pickleball. So I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your night.
So I'm going to go play cEDH in the critical server. I'm getting pinged.
But thank you everyone for watching the video. Thanks for checking out Arkham. Make sure to go check out Notorious and Manavault Proxies. And yeah, have a great rest of your night. Thanks so much. Bang, bang, bang.
Go.
Boom. Huge thanks to Dylan or Notorious for joining me today to talk about Arkham. It was really fun to learn how this deck works, what you can be aware of when playing against it, and what you can do if you want to pick the deck up. Now for today's giveaway. So Dylan, who owns Manavault Proxies, is going to be giving away an Arkham deck, his Arkham deck specifically, to a subscriber. If you want to win this week's giveaway, just comment what you took away from the episode, anything you liked about this format of how we're doing deck techs, and anything you didn't like too. I'm totally open to feedback and I want to hear what kind of videos you guys want to see. So feel free to leave a comment below if you're subscribed to Bite Size, and you'll have a great chance of winning this week's giveaway. Next, make sure to check out Manavault Proxies. I'm one of their affiliates, so if you want to use my code at checkout, it's SNACK. You'll get 5% off your order. These are a great way to play tournament-ready proxies, and I can't recommend them enough, so go check them out. Finally, reach out to me if you're interested in coaching. I won last year's Invitational, and I'd love to help people who are interested in that path learn how to pursue it in the best way possible. I want to make all these coaching sessions unique and hopefully valuable to everyone who does them. So we're going to be doing a lot more work in the very near future that is going to bring coaching into the spotlight. But for now, feel free to reach out to me on Discord, and I'd love to see if we can make coaching happen for you. That's going to be it for this week's video. If you enjoyed, please give us a like, comment what you enjoyed or want us to change, and subscribe to Bite Size Magic. We'll see you next week.